seconds. So it's very difficult to hold the attention of people for several minutes. Let me try. First of all, a very, very happy Republic Day to all of you. We are celebrating the 76th Republic Day. Very, very happy wishes to all of you. Let me take two incidents that really touched my heart and then relate this context. In the recent months, did you see a movie which really sparked patriotism and goosebumps in you in the last few months? Any movie on it came?
Shansha.
Yeah, Amaran was a good movie, and if you have not watched it on Netflix, I encourage you to watch it. The real story of Major Mukund Varadarajan, and that was an interesting movie. At least for me, I was able to relate to it because the same officers training academy, the same SSB selection, everything when I went through, I was able to relate to it as a person who can see the audience, the veterans' face and how they contribute for the country. This movie, I saw it in OTT, I also saw it in the theatre few months back. It's on Netflix also. Now, I want to share a very interesting incident that happened, and I also want to tell a story related to it. So first, let's talk about the movie. The movie was not about Major Mukund Varadarajan. The movie was about his wife, Indu Rebecca Varghese, who was relentlessly striving for all his success, the love and affection she had. Every time he would go to the border, every time he would have an operation, the kind of emotions she goes through. And of course, Major Mukund Varadarajan his life was short-lived, but in a very short span of time when he became a major, what was the feelings of a woman, Indu Rebecca Varghese? That was the movie, and I encourage you to see that movie on Netflix. It is in Tamil, Hindi, Telugu, most languages. So after seeing this movie and even watching it second time on Netflix, I came across a YouTube video with one of the leading psychologists, and somebody was asking her a question. What do you think about this movie? And I was shocked to see, I was really shocked to see, because I got goosebumps on seeing that movie. But this psychologist said, this is not a movie which should have been shot. This is not the right movie, because how are you portraying? You are not portraying Major Mukund Varadarajan. You are portraying women as the sole symbol of dedication, how she gave up. So it is her love for Major, but that's a different thing. But women are not just to be symbols of idols for dedication, who can only show love and affection, but she has sacrificed her entire life, but what did at last she get? So this was a thought about a psychologist. This really made me think, how could somebody talk like a movie which was giving patriotism and goosebumps like this? So first thing is, she was telling that women's freedom is much beyond her family. Women's freedom is much beyond her husband and children. Today they are in every field. So if you are symbolizing women as Satyavan Savitri, that kind of a role in today's age, probably you need to change your thoughts. Now, there was a story that came up very recently during Diversity, Equity and Inclusion Day, the DEI Day. And I was able to relate to this. I'm going to take these two for my thoughts for today's speech. This story was very interesting, and it touched my heart. Let me start off with that story and relate it to this movie. There was a king. The king was having a huge kingdom, and he was very successful. One day, there was another king who invaded this place. So he defeated all the battalion, and at last he was having the sword on this king on his neck. And he said, I'm going to kill you and take away your kingdom. At that time, this guy pleaded for his life. So he said, I'll give you one last chance. I'll give you one last chance. If you clear this, I'll give back your life and kingdom. He said, deal. The other king said, I am in love with the girl, my fiancée. She has given me a question. If you will answer that question rightly, I'll give back your kingdom. I will also give back your life. You have to give me the right answer. She has to agree to it. So this king agreed. Tell me, what is the question? He said, my fiancée has asked me, what is the feeling every woman has in this world, in her bottom of her hearts, in the heart of hearts, frozen deep below? What is the feeling every woman has? Can you answer this? So this king said, okay, give me 24 hours time. I'll go around and find this answer for this particular question. See, he went around to all the learned people. What is the answer? In the heart of heart, every woman on earth, what does she feel? He was trying to find answers. One person said, hey, this is a very complicated question. Why don't you go to the hills? There is a cave there. In that cave, there is an old witch, lady witch who is there. She does a lot of magic. She does a lot of things. Why don't you go there and talk to her? She might be probably able to help. This fellow trekked all the way to the mountain, went to the cave, found the old witch and told, this is the question I have been asked. So she said, if I give you the right answer, you will go and tell the king. The king will go to the lady and get her convinced she will marry him. You will get back your kingdom. What will I get? He said, whatever you want, I'll give you, but give me the right answer. So she said, I'll give you the right answer, but on one condition. Once you confirm the answer is right, when you come back here, you should agree to whatever I say. This guy was in full enthusiasm. So the king said, deal. So she said, in the heart of hearts, every woman wants to think that any decision related to me should be my decision. In my childhood, my father takes the decision. What should I wear? Where should I go? What should I study? In my youth, my brother decides for me. In the later stage of my life, my husband decides for me. How should I lead a life? Do I work? Do I not work? Where should I? In the later days, my son decides. So in the heart of hearts, every woman thinks that my decision should be made by me. I should have complete freedom to take my own decision. This is the answer. This guy felt it was the right thing. He ran against the downhill and then he went to the king. He ran to his fiancée and said, I want to give you this answer. This is the answer. She said, fantastic, I will marry you. So he was super joyed. He came running back. He said, you get back your life. You get back to your kingdom. So enjoy. So this fellow went all the way to the hill and told the witch, thank you so much. You saved my life. You saved my kingdom. She said, all that is fine. A deal is a deal. What did you agree? So you said, once the answer is right, you will listen to me. So now it's the deal. So he said, what do you want? You want gold, silver, diamonds, whatever you want, I'll give you. She said, marry me. Okay? This guy was shocked. He said, really? You want to marry me? She said, absolutely. A word is a word. So you have to marry me. The guy was a nice king. He said, tomorrow morning, I'm marrying you. Okay? So the next day, he set up all his palatial ground with all the marriage arrangements. There was a beautiful girl who came. An angel, a beautiful girl he came. He said, who are you? He said, the lady said, it's the same witch, old lady whom you saw at the caves. I am the same lady. He was super joyed again. He said, wait, now I have a question for you. This is the most crucial question, okay? She said, if I have to look like an angel, a beautiful lady to your eyes, I will look like an old witch lady to all other eyes. If I have to look like a beautiful angel to others' eyes, I will look like an old witch to you. Which one do you prefer? So what was his answer? Yeah, most of you think like most men think, okay? Most of you say, you should look good to me and you can look whatever. This guy was different. He said, your decision, your will. You decide how you want to look to me and how you want to look to the eyes of others. It's your freedom. Okay? The lady said, you are an amazing guy. I will definitely marry you. I will look like an angel to your eyes as well as everybody's eyes. So what's the moral of the story? You have a lady in everybody's house. Whether she should look like an angel to you or an angel to the eyes of others, it's all about how you have celebrated her freedom. Let's understand one thing. Freedom is not what is given. Freedom is individual's choice. You are allowed to take your own decisions, especially women. So how do I connect this? The movie was great, but the message was also great. This is what we need to realize. In this age of 2025, we need to respect women, definitely respect the freedom of their decisions. So make all the women in your house look like angels and life would be fantastic. Thank you so much. Enjoy the freedom.